Why she leaves the man who gives her everything. Let's start with a scenario you've seen 100 times. A man with luxury cars, a penthouse apartment, designer clothes. He takes her on exotic vacations, buys her diamonds, pampers her with the finest things life can offer. He thinks, what more could she want? And yet, she leaves. No drama, no warning. She's just gone. Why? Because she wasn't starving for things. She was starving for depth. You see, the biggest mistake men make is this. They try to replace emotional connection with financial security. But here's the cold truth. A woman will walk away from a billionaire to be with a man who knows how to see her, lead her, and ground her. We live in a world that glorifies money as the ultimate goal. But to a woman who knows her worth, money is just noise. What she truly wants is a man who awakens her soul, not just funds her lifestyle. So in this video, I'm going to break down the 10 things she craves more than wealth, things that speak directly to her feminine core, and things that only a truly stoic masculine man can give her. Let's begin. Part 1. Emotional presence. Don't give her more time. Give her better time. Every woman has a deep need to feel emotionally seen. This has nothing to do with how expensive your gifts are. It has everything to do with how present you are when you're with her. Here's what most men do wrong. They think quantity is the answer. More texts, more dates, more talking. But in reality, women are highly attuned to the quality of connection. A man could sit across from her at dinner and still feel miles away. If his eyes are scanning his phone, his thoughts are elsewhere, or he's treating the moment like an obligation. True emotional presence means eye contact that doesn't wander, listening without waiting for your turn to speak, feeling what she says, not just hearing the words. When you're fully in the moment with her, she feels safe. And safety to a woman is like oxygen. Without it, she can't open. She doesn't want you to fix her problems. She doesn't want solutions or lectures. She wants to feel like the center of your universe in that moment. And when you give her that energy, she starts to crave you emotionally. And that craving has nothing to do with your wallet. Part 2. Mystery and intrigue. Be predictable, and you become forgettable. This is where most men fail. They confuse availability with attraction. They think being always present, always talking, always sharing everything will make her feel connected. But the truth is, women are drawn to mystery. Why? Because the feminine mind is emotional, imaginative, and intuitive. When you give her everything up front, your thoughts, plans, feelings, opinions, you remove the mystery. She stops wondering about you. And the moment she stops wondering, she stops chasing. Mystery doesn't mean being secretive or manipulative. It means maintaining a sense of independence that keeps her curiosity alive. It looks like this. You don't reveal everything about yourself in the first few weeks. You have a life that doesn't revolve around her. You say less, but what you say has weight. You don't give her constant emotional access. Because you understand this deep truth. Attraction lives in the unknown. Let her wonder where your mind is. Let her feel like she hasn't fully figured you out. That emotional tension is powerful. It makes her lean in. She doesn't want a man she can read like a manual. She wants a man who feels like a novel, one she can't put down. Part 3. Emotional control. A woman can test your emotions, but she will never respect a man who fails them. Every high-value woman will test you, not because she's toxic, but because she wants to feel your emotional strength. This could look like poking fun at you to see if you get reactive, changing her tone to see if you become insecure, pulling away to see if you start begging. Most men crumble under pressure. They lash out, become jealous, overly emotional, or worse, they become pleasers just to stop the discomfort. But a man of emotional control? He responds, not reacts. She says something disrespectful. He doesn't get rattled. He calmly addresses it or walks away. She pulls away emotionally. He holds his ground and gives her space without chasing. She gets moody. He stays grounded like a mountain in a storm. That energy is unshakable, and it's rare. Why does this matter? Because a woman needs to feel your stability before she can open herself emotionally, mentally, and physically. Money might buy her dinner, but emotional control makes her feel protected. And that's a far deeper form of attraction. It tells her, no matter what's happening around us, this man won't break. And once a woman feels she can't break you, she starts to believe she can trust you. And when she trusts you, she submits emotionally. Part 4. Powerful silence. Not everything needs to be said, and not every reaction needs a voice. In today's world, silence is uncomfortable. People talk to fill the void. But a man who can sit in silence when without anxiety, without seeking approval, radiates depth. This is a trait that silently draws a woman in. Why? Because stillness signals mastery when you don't over-explain. When you can let her emotions breathe without jumping to fix them. When you can handle tension without needing to talk it out right away. You tell her without words, I am not afraid of emotion. I am not afraid of discomfort. I am not afraid of you. This kind of silence feels like power. It's the kind of energy that makes a woman feel safe, and also a little uncertain, which keeps her intrigued. Women are emotionally intuitive. They listen to energy more than language. So when your silence carries confidence, groundedness, and calm, it speaks louder than any poetic words ever could. The man who can pause before reacting, who doesn't need to fill every second with noise, who lets her feel the weight of his calm presence. That man becomes unforgettable. Part 5, Purpose-Driven Energy. She doesn't want to be your purpose. She wants to feel you living with one. Men lose women when they make the woman their center of gravity. They begin to orbit her, texting all day, rearranging their life around her, forgetting their mission. At first she might feel flattered, but soon she feels burdened. Why? Because a woman's deepest feminine energy wants to join a man's world, not become it. She wants to feel like she's entering the life of a man who's already on fire. A man who wakes up with vision, drive, and discipline, not a man who wakes up wondering how to keep her interested. When you're living with purpose, everything about you shifts. Your posture changes, your focus sharpens, your energy becomes magnetic. You stop chasing her, and you start attracting her. Not with words, but with direction. And women can feel this. They feel it in how you handle your time, how you carry yourself, how you pursue your goals. A man of purpose doesn't need to ask for respect. He embodies it. Part 6, Non-Neediness. On the less you need her, the more she desires you. Neediness repels. It doesn't matter how good you look or how rich you are. If your energy says, please like me, she will eventually pull away. Why? Because neediness feels like pressure, and pressure is the killer of attraction. Here's what non-neediness looks like. You're okay if she doesn't text back immediately. You don't overanalyze her tone or emoji. You're not trying to impress her in every conversation. You're content within yourself, and she's a bonus, not a necessity. Women want to feel wanted, not needed. There's a difference. Needing her means your world collapses without her. Wanting her means your world is already full, and she's invited into it. When a woman senses that you're not chasing, not clinging, and not seeking validation, she feels an energetic pull. She becomes curious. She wonders why she doesn't have a hold on you, and that mystery makes her want to earn your attention, not out of manipulation, but out of genuine desire. Part 7, the ability to say no. If you can't say no to her, she can never fully say yes to you. Many men think being agreeable and saying yes will make them likable or keep the peace. But in reality, it communicates weak boundaries, and that kills feminine attraction. You must understand this. Respect comes before love. If she can't respect your decisions, she can't feel safe enough to surrender emotionally. Saying no shows you have standards. You value your time and energy. You're not afraid of conflict or confrontation. It could be something small. No, I won't cancel my workout because you're bored. No, I'm not okay with that tone. No, I won't tolerate disrespect even if it's playful. She may resist. She may test your firmness, but secretly she will feel relieved. Because a woman doesn't want a boy who says yes to everything. She wants a man with a spine. Your no teaches her how to treat you and, ironically, how to fall deeper in love with you. Part 8, Stoic Groundedness. Chaos may surround you, but you remain unmoved. This is the essence of masculine energy, stillness and chaos. In moments when she is emotional, reactive, or uncertain, she watches how you respond. If you mirror her anxiety, spiral with her emotions, or lose your calm, she loses her trust in you. But if you remain solid, if you hold space for her storm without becoming part of it, you become the anchor she didn't even know she needed. Stoicism isn't coldness, it's controlled warmth. It means you acknowledge emotions without being dominated by them. You don't let outside events dictate your inner peace. You take action with clarity, not from panic. And this calm strength makes her feel protected. Not just physically, but emotionally. She realizes that you are her safe place because you are safe within yourself. And in a world full of reactive boys, that energy makes you irresistible. Part 9, Emotional Control, the mastery she craves. You can't lead her emotions if you can't lead your own. This is where most men fall apart. They get reactive, triggered, overwhelmed, and instead of being her anchor, they become another emotional storm. Understand this. A woman might test you emotionally, not because she hates you, but because she's looking for proof. Proof that you are a man strong enough to handle her full self, not just the pretty, smiling parts. When you lose your cool, shout, pout, chase, or shut down, you reveal that your ego is still in charge, that you haven't mastered yourself yet. But when you respond with calm instead of chaos, focus instead of frustration, presence instead of panic, she sees something rare. A man who governs his emotions like a king commands a kingdom. This doesn't mean you don't feel. It means you know when to feel and when to lead. That balance makes her feel something no money ever can: emotional security. Part 10. The ability to walk away. The man who can walk away holds all the power. This is the final and perhaps most important element of masculine polarity. You can do everything right. Be grounded, present, strong, ambitious. But if you don't have the courage to walk away from disrespect, games, or misalignment, you lose her subconscious respect. Why? Because need kills power. She wants to feel that you choose her out of desire, not desperation. She wants to feel that if she broke your trust or crossed your boundaries, you would let her go. Not because you don't love her, but because you love yourself more. That's real strength. That's the kind of man she can't manipulate, can't control, and can't stop thinking about. Ironically, the moment you truly don't need her is the moment she never wants to leave. Because now she sees you're a complete man with or without her, and that energy is more attractive than any six-pack or six-figure income. Final quote style outro for voiceover ending. She might be drawn to your looks. She might be impressed by your money. But it's your presence, your grounded, unshakable masculine core, that makes her stay, surrender, and never forget you. And that is what makes you dangerous.